Dear children, today we have to learn in Standard 8, Subject Social Science, Chapter number 9. The name of the chapter is Our Economic System. Now, dear children, you know very well that in the previous lecture we have to learn about the classify the economic activity on the basis of the ownership. In this, we have learned about the classification of the industry on the basis of ownership, about government-owned industry, owned by private entrepreneur, mixed enterprise, and cooperative sector. It means in the previous lecture, dear children, we have already learned about the government ownership, private ownership, joint sector, and cooperative sector. Now, government-owned industry. In this, dear children, we can learn that the industry which are owned by the government are called as a government-owned industry. In this, we have to take the example of ONGC, where Bhilai Steel Plant. This all are the example of the government industry. Second one, already we have learned about the owned by the private entrepreneurs. In this, we can say that industry owned and run by the private owner, it is called as a private industry. Example: Reliance, Torrent, Wadila, SR, Tisco, Tata Iron Steel Company. These all are the private company. After, dear children, we learn about the mixed entrepreneur, otherwise joint sector. In this, we can say that the industry in which both public and private sector work together are called as a mixed enterprisation. Example: IDBI, HPCL, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited. This all are the example of the mixed enterprise. And last one, dear children, we learn about the cooperative sector unit, that many people are talented but do not have enough capital to start their industry, and that's why all these people set up one industry with group on the cooperative basis. These industry are called as a cooperative sector industry. In this, dear children, you can take the example of the Amul dairy. Now, dear children, today we have to learn about the classification of economic activity into organized and unorganized sector. So, dear children, today we have learned about the classification of economic into activities into organized and unorganized sector. Now, dear children, in your textbook, page number 74, they have to given one example of the organized and unorganized sector. Here they have given an example about the Kanta working into the organized sector, and second example they have given the example of Kamal, they are working into the unorganized sector. Now we have to see this example into the proper way. First, they have given about the organized sector. Like example, suppose assume a woman called Miss Kanta who work in a company. So what happened that, dear children, we have to assume that Miss Kanta is there and she is working into the company. She was given an appointment letter by the company to join the office and do the job. Now what happened there? Now Kanta received the appointment letter to join the company. The letter contained the terms and conditions for working with that company. After Miss Kanta agreed to it, signed the letter and joined the company. She now daily goes to the office of the company from 9:30 to 5:30. At the end of every month, she gets a salary. Now what happened then, dear children? Kanta, she get a salary at the end of the every month regularly. Here also, apart from that salary, she also get medical and other allowances, holidays on Sunday and other public holidays and festivals is there. After she retires, she will also get a monthly pension. Such kind of the organized structure in which a Kanta or any other person work is called as an organized sector. So, dear children, we can say that such kind of the sector where she Kanta is working and they get the all kinds of the benefit and she get the every month of the salary. It is known as a organized sector. Now dear children, we take the example of the common, of the unorganized sector. That in unorganized sector, which kind of the condition is there? Assume a person, a name called a Kamal, who work in the grocery shop. So here dear children, they have given the example of the Kamal who work into the grocery shop. Here in organized sector, they given the example of the Kanta. She is working into the company. Now Kamal is working into the grocery shop. Now here they have given that he has not received an appointment letter or terms and condition for the working with the shop. Next, hence his boss can remove him from the job whenever he wishes. Next, he daily goes to the shop from 8 a.m. in the morning to 9 in the evening. It means morning 8 to evening 9 o'clock. You work on the daily wages. Now what happened there, dear children? This is the most important thing. Here Kamal is working on the work of the daily wages. And because of that, here they have to given that, so if he has to taken any holiday, the shop owner deduct their salary or wages of those days. Why? Because here the Kamal get the wages, but Kanta get the salary. So here the Kamal, if take the any holiday, then shop owner deduct the wages of those days. Kamal does not get any allowances other than daily wages. He does not get any paid holidays. Such an unorganized structure where Kamal work is called as an unorganized sector. So dear children, what happened there? Here we have to see both the example Kanta as well as the Kamal. Kanta working into the organized sector and Kamal is working into the unorganized sector. So dear children, now you can understand that organized sector as well as the unorganized sector. Now next one, dear children, we have to learn about the economic liberalization. What happened there, dear children? Now next one, we have to learn about the economic liberalization. Now before starting it, just I give the brief introduction about this policy that in 1991. Now what happened there? In 1991, the government of India adopted one policy. The name of that policy is liberalization, privatization and globalization. In which year, dear children? 1991, Indian government adopted one policy that is known as LPG, liberalization, privatization, globalization. The government adopt this policy. Why the government adopt this policy? Because increase of Indian economic growth, develop the industry, increase the employment, to help the loss-making government units, and to expand the Indian business at the global level. That's why in 1991 the Indian government adopt the policy of the LPG. Now first of all, you have to learn about the liberalization. Before 1991, if you have to see, dear children, before the 1991, there were several restrictions on the Indian industry. Hence, the industry could not develop well. And because of that, hence, in 1991, India adopted the economic policy of the liberalization. So, what happened, dear children? In 1991, India adopted the economic policy of the liberalization. And after, what happened there? Hence, according to this policy, the government removed the various control from the industry, business and other small units. And because of that, they have to given that. What happened there? Here they are saying that the government removed the various control for the industry, business and other small units. And because of that, the government also removed certain duties, relaxation on the rules on the export and import. So what happened there? They have to given them. The government removed the various control from the industry, business and other small units under the policy of the economic liberalization, and also remove the certain duties, relax the rules on the export and import under the liberalization policy. And all these changes were done to boost the Indian economic progress. And because of that, we can say that as a result, the policy of the liberalization, Indian industries have grown quite well. Employment has increased, and now they are at the par with the foreign industry. Now, next one, dear children, they have given about the privatization. Which one? Privatization. In this, they have given that after the India become the independent, the government of India encouraged large-scale industry for the economic development of the India, and because of that, as a result, the government under its own ownership, public sector now open for the several industry, and because of that, however, with the passage of the time, this industry started making the huge losses. So which industry? Public sector industry. And many such loss-making industry were termed as a sick and were closed down. Now why? Because public sector industry cannot get any profit, and here this industry make the loss making, and because of this the industry known as sick industry, otherwise the industries are closed down. So Indian economic condition again started becoming the poor, and because of that, in another end, industry in the private sector were producing the good quality product and making the huge profit. So what happened then? They have given the industry in the private sector were producing the good quality product and making the huge profit. And because of that, hence the government decided to hand over this sick industry or loss making industry to the private owner for managing them. So what happened there? Now the government decided to hand over this sick industries or loss making industries of the public sector to the private owner for managing them. And because of that, they have to, even that the private owner would manage those industries in turn into the profit making units. This economic policy of the Indian government came to be known as a privatization. Under the privatization, the industry is owned by the government but managed by the private units. I am repeating. Under the privatization, the industries is owned by the government but managed by the private unit. Thus, it is one kind of the joint effort. Thank you, dear children.